What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 170, presented by Edge VR Arcade, Creative Edge Productions, and Cousin Subs, where promo code
GBB Fries
is good for a free fries when you do a sub in a bowl or 7.5-inch sub. We hit him with it.
in Green Bay.
We set the land speed record for fastest episode.
And it's a wrap.
Well, we got to stick to the rule of talking about what's on the table, right? Before.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay.
We can do whatever we want.
Okay,
no, we won
true.
a game, Ryan. I
We
mean,
did.
Come on.
We're not live, so we can't say, what do you want us to talk about, Blizzard Nation?
Yeah, but we kind of do that. Oh,
Because
that
one
way.
commenter has his list of players that we're
Yes.
supposed to bring in. We love you, but
But there's no guest today.
Yes,
We
yeah.
almost had a surprise guest because I ran into somebody at church last night, which I can't talk about here, but I'll tell you about when we're done.
the only mutual person I know is Neil from the youth group there.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
Would he be a guest on the show?
I don't know. I don't know.
No.
At the end of the day, you're in charge. so-
Well, some days I don't think. Some days I think Cellcom is in charge.
Oh,
'cause-
boy.
Yeah.
You didn't hear it here first, Blizzard Nation, but you heard it somewhere.
If you, yeah, it'll make national news when it all comes out. But yeah, if you're a Cellcom user, you know what I'm talking about. We've had no cell phone coverage, so no texting, no phones, which is kind of nice, I have to say. But I can't get a hold of anybody, and nobody can get a hold of me. So sorry if you've been calling and texting me, wondering what's going on with her.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Anyway.
knew who you had as your provider, so I just assumed I'd get Facebooked if it was anything urgent.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Anyway, let's talk about the game just a little bit before we get into what's on the table, because there's lots to talk about here.
You bet.
So we had a game. We played. This is a join in.
Oh, like who we played? Or
Yeah.
we
We
played
played-
indoor football against the Iowa Barnstormers.
Barnstormers. And we started out with a bang, like a literal wow.
27-6 at halftime.
Took off just crazy.
I was living by social media updates I did not watch.
And
Eventually
then-
I'll get a
and then-
complaint on the show.
Well, and then they caught up. They were catching up, and I just started
Indoor
getting
football.
nervous. Right. You know, and poor Mogs, I mean, it's another one of those entities in the IFL that we have compassion for because, you know, Julie in the front office and Jeff, the owner, we definitely feel the pain of loss when they have loss. But they have a great venue. They have great participation. They have great fans. You know, and it sounds so bad, but we've had to do it too, where when you lose, it sucks.
Yeah.
It just does. There's no easy way to put that. Someone has to lose. So yeah. And then I watched, did you watch anything over the weekend?
I only saw we put on highlights, both because I was busy and because the stream party was using the Office login. So that's not a complaint on the IFL network. I just was busy, and I quick text Ben before I messed up what he was doing, and I'm like, okay.
So if Davis does not have some sort of concussion or something, I would be amazed.
Did see that one because we did share that one because he was like,
He
we
was-
did it again.
Yes, he was
exact same corner of a building
constantly
too.
over the ow.
That one looked like stairwell and railings based on the construction and bench there, but yeah.
It just that's all it looked like to me.
It was like a mirror image of the play at the rush too. It was crazy. Same corners, Max running the same direction.
I even
Max is
said
probably like, he'll get it, and he
Yeah.
just threw it into the crowd.
he'll jump. I mean, the guy's a great receiver. I mean, he's a good quarterback,
Great
but
athlete,
he is
yeah.
a great athlete.
Yep.
There's no question about it. Guy's got some height when he jumps. There's no question. But I even said to Larry, are the walls shorter? Because it seems like everybody's just flying over him. But anyway, it was a good game. Kudos to our players. And now they have a bye week. So they get to rest up a little bit to go into the true second half of the season.
Yeah.
So rest up, boys, because it's a rocky road.
Yeah, I dropped the ball
man.
because Nap is great about feeding me topics here, and I should have. We don't script this, but I should have pinged you ahead of time, and I was going to ask Todd too because like there's tiebreaker questions occurring already, and I don't know if we can unpack it without sitting right here because I for sure don't know it. But
no,
yeah.
I say we save it because the next time that we meet, so we're not meeting next week, which is Memorial Day, and then the week after that, we will have had a game, so we can start talking about some of the tiebreaker stuff. There's so much going on right now with different people finally taking a loss. I mean, Quad Cities had another loss. Massachusetts got whomped by Naz yesterday. So, there's so much happening. Yeah. But I'm sure people are asking the question because we lost to Tulsa, because we lost to Quad Cities, and now, how is that all going to pan out? So
yeah, you don't want to look whatever it is 7 games ahead, but I would venture guess we will see Tulsa again. Tulsa
I don't
is
doubt
hot.
They
yeah.
are.
Yep.
I don't doubt we will be playing Tulsa again. I'm hoping it's at home.
Yeah, because we truthfully another entity we have respect for, and these ECHL owners I'm learning a ton for, which is really cool to say 11 years in that I actually call that group the most and pick their brain on some of the stuff we've done at recent games actually, and some of the branded apparel like on Blackout Night and stuff. Just really smart group. Anyways, we don't want to play a playoff game and see what that group is capable of in a home playoff game in Tulsa. So.
No, because
I know what they're capable of. So.
Well, their arena's bigger than
yes,
ours. I mean,
and
it's twice
quite bright on how they get people there. So
pack them in, right?
Yeah,
all good. It's all good stuff. Okay, so hats off to our players. They did a great job. Maybe we'll have a guest on the next time we meet. Did we say what episode this was?
170.
Really?
Yeah. I have plans for Max and TJ Davis with one of our partners in a promo video too, so you'll see them doing some fun. So
excellent.
Let's just say it involves Pool Works and their demo pools in the lobby and the splash zone. So.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So they're gonna have fun with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Fabulous.
And after we went over the wall the second time, I was like, we need to use this. So yep. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Does he go over the wall of the pool?
There's no wall, but
he's going to go
catching
over the
one
edge.
into the pool.
Oh, he's doing a splash zone.
Yep.
Don't get hurt. Those are shallow.
Yes, true.
Very shallow. Make sure he's got floaties on.
Yeah, it would be fitting. Yes.
Anyway.
Awesome. We got some games coming up.
We do. So after the bye.
Yep. May 30th. I do want to shout out, and it's not another Ben appreciation episode because there's been a few, but the social media stuff is amazing.
Ben.
I know Ben has support doing that, but like just the 2 offensive, defensive player of the game, the fan vote stuff, like it's cool to not have to do everything creatively, and that's both you and I comment. Like I am not outside of feeding him partners that need plugs as part of their partnership. Like you're doing a good job, and it's amazing. So.
Well, and I want to give a hats off to Annie.
Yeah.
Because she does quite a bit, and she graduated.
Yes.
She's now an alumni of Green Bay.
Yeah.
UWGB.
So it was intentional, too, as we transitioned to what's on the table, because we had firsthand experience and input in this theme night coming up. That one wasn't intentional. So Ben, the type 1 diabetes and the diabetes community is near and dear to his heart. He is affected by that. And so when we had worked on a 90s night remix, because the foam fingers were a big thing in the 90s too, it actually just all fit. And Ben had the great idea to do the blood drop on the rally fingers, which is really cool. Very expensive blood drop. Because when you do 2 colors on a foam finger, both the giveaway companies, the second one we went with, are like, are you sure you want that second color? I'm like, I do, because it is what the night is.
I mean, we could have painted all of them, I guess.
Yeah. Put that on your intern resume. What did you do? 1,000 blood drops on foam fingers.
It wasn't my own blood.
No. So real cool night coming up with some awesome partners in Carbliss. This is fun to try and do the mirror while you're pointing on the screen. 95.9 KISS FM, TDS Fiber, huge in the community here, formerly JDRF Breakthrough T1D, and we were just at a run walk
You're
this
covering
weekend.
up your face, though.
Oh, would rather see the foam finger. Yes, no. Breakthrough. We were at the run walk this past weekend with Otis from 95.9 hosting. All three mascots were there. It was really cool. We've gotten some great emails from the community that are coming to the game on the 30th, just saying thank you. Because like no different than Breast Cancer Awareness Night that we just passed. Like it's not over when you're diagnosed with these things,
Right.
and you can still come do cool things like that run walk and this Blizzard game coming up. And that's really why we did the game, and it fit the 90s night. So no 90s single this time, but 90s music all game and local drum lines and just a real cool thing.
So it's what I like about this is much like you said, the fight's not over. It's a continual thing for someone with diabetes, whether it's diet, exercise, but you're not alone is really the point, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not alone. You've got all of these great supporters. You got creative. You have so many different types of people that can help you on your journey. So reach out. I'm sure if you do have diabetes, you're aware of these people. So just, you're not alone. You're not alone.
And that's, I mean, I don't want to unpack halftime because it's going to be cool, but it's two
don't.
drum lines playing. And I'm not going to tell you much more than that because Kathy just alluded to what will happen on top of them playing. So West Appear and Pulaski are joining us for halftime, and then West Appear Middle is actually joining us pregame because their drum line is crazy talented as well. So, and we intentionally spelled in all our promo stuff BEAT, Diabetes Awareness Night. So, going to be really cool. So, unique game ball as always. So, got the ribbon on Bruiser, their ribbon, and then this is actually the little sunshiny part of Breakthrough's logo on there. We thought it'd be a cool nod to why that's on the end there. So
these will probably go fast.
Yeah, we learned that lesson.
Yeah.
When the community that rallies around these causes are there, we run out of the things that are for them.
So maybe a note to self next year, if we do these kinds of things, we need to order more balls.
Yeah.
And we did have quite a few.
We did.
You were like, Kathy, are you sure you want to order this many? And we're going to be out of them. So Destroyer, Rocks, we're going to be.
It was cool.
Yeah.
Whoops. Throwing stuff. I don't know Cellcom, but I was still mad.
Winning.
Yep. So that's May 30th, 7:05 game, 6:05 kickoff. And then we hit we're in the 3 home game stretch again there. So Dairy Night and Military Night.
Excellent. I have to miss Dairy Night, and I'm utterly upset about it.
Nice.
Yeah, but I told them I can't miss this one. I can't miss both of them because they're both so community-based, and they're what our front office dreamed up, and they did a great job and pulled it all together. That's what I love about it.
Yeah, I get to actually right after this. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie under my Strictly jacket. I am heading to Tidy View Dairy to do a video work with some of our players that are here on bye week and get some promo stuff to promote Dairy Night. So
that's really cool.
Yeah, yep.
Are you going to milk a cow?
We actually are. I don't know if I am, but we are as part of that. There were 3 key things that Avi at Tidy View and Milk Source wanted to do, and that was one of them with us. So, yep.
How many players does it take to milk a cow?
I know.
These guys.
I did put Max on notice. I'm like, you are Wisconsin through and through, so this might need to be you, but... So,
oh boy,
he laughed.
Yeah, I'm sure he did because a farmer.
I wonder if he thought I was serious.
Yeah,
but we're about to find out.
He is not a farmer. No. Okay, excellent. What else do we know about this game? Anything that we got to tell people? Kickoff is this. Now we're into Friday night games. So
7:05, 6 p.m. doors. First 1,000 will get a foam finger. And in a real cool. And Ben got to see all these folks this weekend. Like all the big med vendors for diabetes are all at our game too, including 2 that weren't in time to make the foam finger. All 6 are now in the lobby. So you will learn some really cool things, right? Like, and I think it was really neat talking to Stacy from Ribbon of Hope too. Like, it's neat to raise funds at these games, but awareness to these organizations is more powerful than funds a lot of times, right? You won't be able to walk into the Resch May 30th and not know what the night is because of Medtronics, Beta Bionics, and all these folks there. And it's really been neat for me because technology is crazy in this industry and how far it's come, and monitoring and pumps that regulate, and it's cool. So, and a big shout out to a mutual friend of ours, because he helped push us down this lane along with Ben, is Ken Vanderbloemen, so Brian's wife.
Yes.
She actually does that job, and I'm going to say it wrong, pediatrics. I think she's involved in pediatrics diabetes at Prevea now.
And she has it in her family
too. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, her as well as her brother, who actually works for me at Trinks. So definite. It's the endocrine system is a crazy thing. And when you have diabetes and what it does to everything in your body, but the fact that now science can overcome some of those limitations with the pancreas is really cool.
Yeah.
Really
so I've learned a ton. So it's a really fun night. Like, come early to stop at all those tables and learn, because you may have somebody or a friend or a family member affected, and they may not know how far technology has come, and it's really neat.
Yeah, and for the people, I mean, there's different types of diabetes. There's the diabetes that you can develop later in life because of weight or other issues, your eating habits. But then, and sometimes it just happens. The pancreas just stops working the way that it should.
It's Kenzie, right? Like, I almost confused it with his sister, so that's why I paused there. Sorry, who I also know. So, yeah.
It's Kenzie.
It wasn't an intentional avoided shout out there, yes. So that was not a... You're known as Brian's wife. That was a totally almost called you Brian's sister.
I didn't know. I didn't know you were struggling.
That's Kelsey.
Yeah.
So,
well, the two Ks.
Yeah,
but no, I didn't know you were struggling.
I did.
Otherwise, I would have helped you.
I was like,
I thought maybe you didn't want to say her name. So.
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
That was definitely just a struggle bus. Okay. So
awesome. All right. Well, hopefully by the next time we're on the show again, we're off on Memorial Day. Everybody have a safe holiday weekend. It kicks off summer, especially in Wisconsin. It's usually when everybody goes to their cabin for the first time, or gets the camper ready or what have you. So everyone be safe on that holiday weekend, especially if you're driving to your destination. And when we're back, we will be hopefully talking about a win.
This is a game of firsts. So 90s night has exist. Diabetes is a new one for us, and we hope we get to grow these things, as it was a really special, upgraded, awesome night for Blackout Breast Cancer. But this is the first for Blizzard Nation, too. This is Fisher's. So Fisher's Freight is here this game. So it's a new team in the rush. So.
Brand new, coming in.
Yep.
So we'll see.
Yes.
And they're not easy to beat.
No, that's probably one of the 4 iconic IFL coaches that have had some great history in this league. So, yeah, it's just what they're capable of.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I don't – so you
Dixie.
you weren't watching, but another 2 duked it out on Saturday after our game, and what a finish. Hats off to Kevin Guy and the Arizona Rattlers.
So score. It was 3 points?
Oh.
Yes? No?
And it was down – it was
Okay.
down to the last – I mean, Vegas had a stronghold, and then, well, Kevin Guy did Kevin Guy, and he had all of his timeouts at the end of the game.
He literally has talked about that on here.
Yeah.
Take a penalty, then burn one, and I quote.
It's managing the clock, and yeah, it was a good win for them. I'm sure Mike Davis was crap. He wasn't crap, but he was thinking, oh, crap. Yeah. So... sorry, Mike, but there was Kevin again. So it was a good, if you want to watch a good IFL ending on how things can turn about in the last minute, take a look at that game on demand on the IFL network.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I know. That's all I got, Ryan.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Got it. I think collectively at different times we'll get to recap some movies, hopefully some together after.
Oh, I really wanted to see Stitch.
Yeah.
But it's sold out in Green Bay. So
I will probably end at it over the weekend at some point if we can fit in with Nora, because I will get disowned as a father. But I want to see.
You're not going to
see. Well,
you're not going to see it in Green Bay. You're going to have to go to Wausau to see Stitch.
Can't wait. Wow. That's just Now I can go say happy birthday.
There you go.
Without a phone.
Yeah.
Got the last shot in there. Well, on that note,
On that
should we
note,
hit him with it?
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
Subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.